Chapter 20, Gearing for War, the North and the South, 1861 to 1865. In 1861, quite a few things happened. The Confederate government formed. Fort Sumter fired up on April 12th, and 4 upper South states seceded April through June. Also in 1861, the Morrill Tariff Act was passed to protect and encourage industry and the high wages of industrial workers. It replaced the low tariff of 1857, which was written to benefit the South. From 1862 to 1864, Alabama raised northern shipping. In 1863, New York City drafted riots, and the national banking system was established. From 1863 to 1864, Napoleon III installed Archduke Maximilian as Emperor of Mexico. And in 1864, Alabama was sunk by Union warship. Chapter 21, The Furnace of Civil War, 1861 to 1865. In 1861 was the First Battle of Bull Run. 1862 consisted of Grant taking Fort Henry and Fort Donelson, the Battle of Shiloh, McClellan's Peninsula Campaign, the 7-Day Battles, the Second Battle of Bull Run, the Naval Battle of Merrimack and the Monitor, the Battle of Antietam, the Preliminary Emancipation Proclamation, and the Battle of Fredericksburg. In 1864, Lincoln was assassinated, and the 13th Amendment was ratified. Chapter 22, The Ordeal of Reconstruction, 1856 to 1877. In 1863, Abraham Lincoln announced a 10% Reconstruction Plan, which states that 10% of all Southern voters had to pledge an allegiance to the Union, 10% of all Southern voters must pledge to obey the laws of emancipation, and that once the Southern states completed the first 2 steps, they would formally create their own state government. In 1864, Lincoln vetoed the Wade-Davis bill, which states that 50% of a Southern state's white male citizens would have to take an oath to support the Union and the Constitution before Reconstruction of that state could begin. The bill also provided that Congress would be in charge of Reconstruction, not the President. In February of 1866, President Johnson and Congress feuded when the President vetoed a bill that extended the life of the controversial Freedmen's Bureau. Congress passed a Civil Rights Bill in March of 1866, which gave blacks the privilege of American citizenship and struck at the black codes. Charles Sumner led the Republican Radicals in the Senate for Black Freedom and Racial Equality. On March 2nd of 1867, Congress passed the Reconstruction Act that divided the South into 5 military districts, each commanded by a Union general and policed by Union soldiers. Feminists were angered that the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendments gave rights to black males but not to women. After the blacks gained the right to vote from the 15th Amendment, they began to organize politically and became strong participants in the Union League when they were originally a pro-union organization. The KKK was found in Tennessee in 1866, a clan formed by disgruntled white Southerners who were angered by the success of black legislators. The House of Representatives prosecuted the president, while the Senate served as the court to try Johnson on the impeachment charges. Johnson argues that the Tenure of Office Act was unconstitutional and that he had fired Stanton in order to bring a case before the Supreme Court so that the court could rule on the acts constitutionally. In 1867, William Seward, Secretary of State, signed a treaty with Russia that gave Alaska to the U.S. for $7.2 million. And that's my vlog 3. The end.